Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30. Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30. And Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
Welcome back to Live Ticket TV. My name is Spencer Bewley, and I am joined by Cole Larsch, and we are about to bring you some more Great Plains Conference Classic boys basketball. Got 6 games today. We've already been through 4 of them. The day seems to be flying by. We had Avon and Andy Central Dakota Christian play the first game. 50-19 was that score. Avon took the W. We had Corsica Stickney play Gayville Volin. Corsica Stickney took that one 65-42. We had Burke play Alcester Hudson. Alcester Hudson took that one 69-61. And we just wrapped up Centerville and Scotland playing, with Centerville taking it 69-33. And right now we've got the Marty Braves getting ready to tip off against the Colome Cowboys. Cole, it's been an eventful day. What are your thoughts on the day?
Yeah, it has. I mean, we started off with those first couple games, and to be honest, they weren't great games, so it kind of felt like it drug along a little bit. Then that third game, it was close in the first half, and then Alcester Hudson started pulling away in the second half. And then you look at that fourth game that we just had. That one flew by. So
Absolutely.
Now it's just all of a sudden we went an hour ball game, and now we're getting to the starting lineups for the Colome Cowboys.
Starting lineup for the Colome Cowboys is number 1, Eli Vober. Number 12, Joseph Lapreth. Number 15, Alec Thiemann. Number 20, Cash Heath. Number 22, Caden Pacoda. So now we're looking over to the right side here for the Marty Braves. Just getting these down here. Looks like we've got number 0, Benicio Zafir. Number 5, Kaiser Ashes. Number 12, Julius Bruguire. And then we've got number 4, Terrell Rave. And number 3, Greg Zafir. So we should have a good matchup on our hands tonight. Number 4 and number 3 set to tip off here in just a few minutes. Colome Cowboys wearing the all-green tonight. Marty Braves wearing the all-white, blue numbers. Starting lineups have been introduced, and we're getting ready here for tip-off here on Live Ticket TV.
Again, big thanks to everybody joining us for all the coverage. Again, if you're wondering why it's pay-per-view, well, the conference started seeing that other classics are doing this pay-per-view. They wanted to raise some money for the schools in the classic specifically, so the cost to view this pay-per-view is the same cost as a ticket that would get you in the door, so it's not like you're paying an extra money just to watch it online. And here we go. We've got Colome and the Braves.
Making up some revenue that schools need from the door. Tip-off here is won by the Colome Cowboys. It'll be Eli Vober bringing it up across the logo. Screen set by Caden Pacoda. And I've already messed up the camera. My apologies. Layup no good. Rebounded. And it'll be the Marty Braves pushing now. Down on the block. It's number 4, Terrell Rave. His layup is good. And I will get this camera, I promise you. So it'll be the Cowboys now pushing down the court. Quickly going is number 1, Eli Vober. Rebounded now by the Marty Braves. Fast pace of play here. Quick start, but ball is last touched by the Cowboys out of bounds, and it will be the Marty Braves possession.
And one thing we need to note, too, if this game keeps up at this pace, this is Marty's 3rd game in 3 days, so if it stays fast-paced like this, Marty might not be able to keep up with the fast pace, but so far it seems like they're the ones pushing the pace.
Right, it's definitely a wild game so far as the Cowboys have it now. That's Joseph LaPrath pushing. Outside now, Cash Heath. Ball top of the key, stolen away by the Marty Braves. That's Benicio Zafir who gets the transition layup. It's now 4-0 Braves lead, just under 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Full court press here from the Braves. Cowboys able to break it, and a quick layup there by number 20, Cash Heath. The Braves now wanting to go quick once again. To Kaiser Ashes. In the corner, the 3 from Greg Zafir is off the mark. Out of bounds, and it looks like it will be possession arrow Colome Cowboys. This game starting off quickly here, 4-2. Braves lead it. Showing the full court press. Inbounding will be Alec Thiemann. Trying to get it to Eli Vober. Finally does the big old lob pass. They get it across the logo. In the corner now with Caden Pacoda. Pacoda driving, double teamed, triple teamed. Three-pointer now blocked by the Braves. Braves now in transition. That's Terrell Rave with the transition layup. 6-2. Braves lead it early on.
Yeah, that's one thing that Marty really strives with is getting turnovers or getting change in possessions on the end, and they really like to push it in the fast break.
So a foul here is called. Looks like it's going to be on Terrell Rave of the Braves. That'll send Alec Thiemann to the free throw line here. Braves once again lead at 6-2. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Thiemann's first free throw on the way here. Just off the back iron. Cowboys looking to get something going here early on, just 2 points. Free throw is definitely a good way to start that. Thiemann's second free throw on the way now. Able to put this one in. 6-3, Braves lead it. And now we see a full court press from the Cowboys, or at least some pressure defense. Braves able to get it in, but we are going to see a backcourt violation here, as it was Terrell Rave who lost the dribble and then obviously was forced to pick it up there. Cowboys get it in. It's Eli Vober now, working the point at the top. Picks up his dribble. Looks down low, pass is jumped by Benicio Zafir. But it'll stay with the Cowboys. Inbounding is Joseph LaPrath. Lobs it way up to the front court to Cash Heath. Heath now driving. Heath's floater off the mark. Able to get it back in bounds, but it's intercepted by the Braves. Now they're once again trying to go quick in transition. Picks up his dribble as Benicio Zafir. Ball now at the top of the key. Braves still trying to work this attacking the rim offense. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Braves. And that was Terrell Rave putting in another 2 points for him. 8-3 now. Braves lead it.
Yeah, just really good offense so far for the Marty Braves. It just seems like whenever they don't get a turnover and get a fast break, they settle down in their offense and get a good bucket.
Corner 3 was off the mark, and now the Braves once again running transition behind the back pass. Putting a little style on it was Greg Zafir getting it to Terrell Rave. And so the Braves jump out early, 10-3, with just under 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. With timeout on the floor, we're going to take one with them. We'll be back here in just a minute on Live Ticket TV.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to Centerville. We're live here at Centerville High School, home of the Tornadoes, where we have the Colome Cowboys taking on the Marty Braves. It is Cowboys possession right now. Braves lead it 10-3, jumping out to the early 7-point lead. Running the full court press, which leads to another turnover from the Colome Cowboys. Kaiser Ashes picks that one off. And now the 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebounded by the Cowboys. So it'll be Eli Vober bringing it up, who launches it down court. Another ball picked off by the Marty Braves. They're running quick in transition. Seems to be the story of this game for them. Ball flying all over the court now. Down to the block, and that's a wide open bucket for Benicio Zafir to make it 12-3 Braves lead. Cowboys struggling to break this full court press. They do on this possession, though, and it's a wide open drive there from Cash Heath. Give him 2 points. And now the Cowboys have 5, down by 7 to the Braves. Ash just thought about the 3. Doesn't take it. Braves setting up the offense here. Drive from Greg Zafir. And loose ball poked away, but it will stay with the Marty Braves. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter.
It just seems like so far this first quarter has been pure domination by the Marty Braves. It just seems like whatever they want offensively, they're going to get it.
That is definitely the case. They're running quick in transition, making it really tough on the Colome Cowboys. They're also getting a lot of offensive rebounds, as we've seen here. And so some second chance points coming here for the Marty Braves. They go up 14-5. And now we're going to get a travel on Eli Vober. So the Braves full court press causing a lot of havoc on this Colome Cowboys offense. They lead at 14-5, 3:45 left in the first. Be Greg Zafir handling it now. Hands it off to Julius Brugwire, and his bucket is good. 16-5 now, Braves lead it. Cowboys able to break the press on the drive, and looks like we're going to get an and one. Is that?
Yeah, I believe
we're going to get an and one. It's Joseph Lapreth, excuse me. Forgive me for any name mispronunciations this game. This is actually my first play-by-play with old Cole Larsh on Live Ticket TV. But we're going to bring you all the action we can. As the Braves lead it now 16-8 after the free throws from Lapreth. And now Ashes has it stolen away. It's in the hands of Lapreth again. Another layup good for him. Give him 2 more. Braves lead at 16-10 now. Cowboys able to cut down the lead just a little bit to 6, starting to get some transition buckets of their own. Long three-pointer now, no good. Controlled by the Cowboys. So the Cowboys trying to set up some offense. Ball now in the corner in the center of the paint. Stolen away by the Braves. Dangerous pass ahead. It's going to be picked off, and some shifty maneuvers from William Lookingcloud. The ball's flying around. We're going to see a 3-ball here from Cash Heath. Just off the mark. Rebounded by the Braves, and they're going to finally slow it up and try and work some offense here.
And not something you see very often from the Marty Braves. They usually like to get up in transition and push the ball.
No, their offensive possession, if I had to guess, an average of maybe 7 seconds. As that one does not come up with any points. Braves still lead at 16-10 here early on. We need a stoppage of play here. It's going to be a foul on Benicio Zafir.
That's his first and the team's 3rd foul of the quarter. Colome yet to commit a foul here in the first quarter.
So Lookingcloud has it now on the far side. Once again working the handles, but this one is poked away. It's going to be an easy layup from Benicio Zafir. So 18-10, the Braves lead it now as we cross the 2-minute mark here in this first quarter. Cowboys possession in the hands of Lookingcloud on the close side now. Lob pass was looking for Cash Heath down low on the block, but just a little bit too much on it, and it's going to be a turnover for the Cowboys. Braves will have it. Give me a timeout by the Braves as well. We're going to take one with them here on Live Ticket TV. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Do not go anywhere.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Centerville High School, where we have the Great Plains Conference Classic underway here. The 5th game of the afternoon between the Marty Braves and the Colome Cowboys. Braves lead it right now 18-10 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
It's been a pretty fast-paced, high-scoring game. Lots of transition buckets, not a whole lot of instances where the teams are settling into offense, but maybe we might see that change here in this latter half of the first quarter.
Definitely hit the nail on the head there. Lots of transition offense. We've seen maybe a little bit slower play before that last timeout, but no signs of slowing down here as the Braves are working this offense fast. A little between-the-legs maneuver there without a dribble. Can't say I've ever seen that one in basketball in my entire life. Impressive skills. Anyways, it's possession Colome Cowboys now. It'll be Alec Thiemann inbounding it. Trey Thiemann. Thiemann now bringing it across the logo. Ball on the far side in the hands of Cash Heath. Heath gets it back to Thiemann. His long three is good. And so the Braves now only lead by 5 as the Cowboys go up 3-13. Braves lead at 18-13. Excuse my fumbling of words there.
Happens to the best of us.
Some more ball handling skills here as Benicio Zafir goes behind the back to avoid a steal. He'll try and follow it up with a 3-ball. Good. So what a play there from Benicio Zafir to go ahead by 8. It's 21-13 now. We're under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Cowboys have it now, going quick in their possession, and it pays off. The layup is good by Jonah Muser. Braves have it, trying to get a quick possession off here, but its pass is stolen by Alec Thiemann. Thiemann trying to set up the offense here to break the press. He's double-teamed on our side now. Cross-court pass to Cash Heath. Heath down low to Muser. There'll be a foul called on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 4, Terrell Rave. So the Cowboys will inbound. Rave's second foul on the evening.
And now a rare substitution for the Marty Braves as Alonzo West checks in.
Ball's inbounded successfully. Layup is no good. We're going to have a offensive foul. A push on number 32, Jonah Muser. So it'll be Braves possession. Little over 12 seconds to play here. Braves will roll it out. They lead 21-15. Going to try and get one more last possession here. And go quick, though. Dish it into the corner. The drive now, double team, stolen away. Cowboys are going to have the possession. And so it looks like going to have a foul on Benicio Zafir, giving the Cowboys about 2.1 seconds to come up with the last second shot here. Cross-court pass. William had it. Oh, he almost that was William Looking Cloud. Had a chance there. Thought about the 3, but tried to take the drive instead. And it will not result in any buckets. Although it looks like Looking Cloud is going to have some free throws here.
Yeah, they're saying a foul occurred as the buzzer sounded. Foul on Julius Brugger. That's his second, team 6th. So Looking Cloud will go to the line. Hope to cut into this deficit a little bit.
Some crucial points here for the Cowboys. As Looking Cloud is able to hit 1 out of 2. Cut it to a 5-point lead. Braves are up 21-16. That's the end of the first quarter, so we're going to take this break with them. We'll be back in just a minute on Live Ticket TV.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to Centerville High School. My name is Spencer Bewley, joined by Cole Larsch in the booth. We're bringing you the Marty Braves versus Colome Cowboys here in the Great Plains Conference Classic, as the Braves now extend their lead to 23-16. So the Colome Cowboys trying to break this press. It's Eli Vober going behind the back, trying to get out of it with some handles. Finds another Cowboy down low. Shot is no good. Looks like Greg Zafir took one to the nose on that, but stays with the dribble. So the Braves will set up offense here. Finds a cutter down low. Kaiser Ashes was wide open, just unable to handle the pass. Ashes, not a very tall guy. That one was just above his head. Cowboys now trying to break this press once again. It's giving them trouble in this first quarter as we're into the second now. And a foul on the shot. We're going to get 2 free throws coming up from Jonah Muser.
That's one thing that we're going to be seeing is that's going to be the 7th team foul on Marty. So we're going to be seeing a lot of free throws here in the remainder of the second quarter. And one thing I will note on when Marty and Centerville played here on Thursday, that was a big issue that Marty had, was staying out of foul trouble.
So Muser unable to hit the first. Free throw is going to be important for the Cowboys as they trail 23-16. Every point you can get matters when you're talking about the 3 and 4 seed playing each other. Unable to hit either of them. And he's to the line for his third.
I believe on that first one we had a lane violation on Marty. That's why he's shooting his third.
Okay, I was very confused.
I was too, and that was about the only reason I could think of that made sense.
So Kaiser Ashes now going to put up the floater for the Braves. No good. Rebounded by Vober. Vober now pressed tightly by Ashes. Able to break it. Cowboys setting up shop. Vober, the long three-pointer off the backboard and off the rim. No good. Controlled by Ashes now. And we're going to get an elbow, a push-off from number 21, Alonzo West of the Braves. So it's going to send the Cowboys to the line, as we just discussed. So some more important free throws coming up here for the Cowboys. See if they can't knock them down. Down 23-17. 6:45 left in the second quarter. So 1-1. Didn't look like the whole court was on the same page there, as only about half of them went for the rebound, but Braves control it nonetheless. Zafir working spin move inside. He's going to be fouled, and he'll be taking 2. So Greg Zafir with just 2 points so far in this ball game. Looking to add to that score. Right now, Benicio Zafir leads the Braves with 9. Terrell Ray follows him with 8. And Zafir able to hit his first.
Again, kind of similar to scoring that I saw on Thursday when they took on Centerville. Benicio Zafir finished that game with 29 points. Greg Zafir had 20 also.
So the Zephyrs playing huge roles for the Marty Braves. And when you have 4 of them on the roster, odds are one of them is going to make an impact. Long 3 here from the Cowboys. Does not hit rim, but rebound is controlled, but we're going to get a travel on number 22, Caden Pacoda, as he secured the rebound but rolled onto his back, which is going to be called a travel in the game of basketball.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Just trying to be like you, Captain or Coach Cole.
Oh, gosh. Are you Heath now or something?
Absolutely. Next thing you know, I'm going to start tickling you in the booth and grabbing your shoulders and choking you out.
Don't do that.
Anyways, also, Cowboys have it.
Were you there for the game that I gave him a piggyback ride mid-game?
It's in my camera roll.
Yes.
If I could show it to the viewers, I could, but you'll just have to hear about it.
That did happen. Middle of the third quarter, Vermilion against Dakota Valley boys. All of a sudden, he jumped on my back, and I gave him a piggyback ride.
Heath Nimke just piggybacked off of Cole. And so a big three-point opportunity coming up for the Braves, as that was number 21, Alonzo West, who got the and one amidst our conversation of piggybacking. 26-17, Braves lead it. Just under 6 minutes, 27-17 now. Lead is in double digits. Cowboys looking to set up the offense and get something going here besides free throws for them in this second quarter. It's up top with Vober on the left side now. Shots up by LaPrath. Rebounded by the Braves. They're going to go quick here with Zafir. Outside to Greg Zafir, who drives in to the elbow. Lost control back to Benicio Zafir. His long three-pointer from the corner is good. And the Braves go up 30-17, starting to really open up this lead here early on.
Yeah, this is more of the team that I've seen. It seemed like, although they put up 21 points in that first quarter, it seemed like they kind of came out slow. Maybe didn't shoot the ball great, but now what we're seeing is really good shooting, and I believe we're going to get a timeout called by Colome.
Timeout is called by Colome on the floor. We're going to take this one with them. We'll be back in just a minute on Live Ticket TV.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Welcome back to Centerville High School for the Great Plains Conference Classic, where we are currently bringing you the Marty Braves versus the Colome Cowboys on Live Ticket TV. My name is Spencer Bewley, joined in the booth by Cole Larsch. And Cole, it kind of slowed down a little bit in that second quarter, I guess, first half of the second quarter. What do you expect to see here out of these teams? You know, the Braves got up early. What do you think the Cowboys are going to here out of the timeout?
I think they just got to do similar to what they did in that first quarter, and I wish you could draw up a play that makes you shoot hot, but that first quarter it just seemed like Colome couldn't miss, and now Benicio Zephyr now with his 14th point of the ball game as the Braves lead 32-17. And one thing they can draw up, though, is they got to have a better response to this full court pressure.
Exactly what I was just thinking. You can't draw up making buckets, but you can draw up ways to avoid the turnovers, as it's killing the Colome Cowboys right now, down 32-17. Full court press is definitely playing a little bit too quick for their liking.
And I wish I had kept keeping track of the steals, because Marty's got to be in double digits of steals at least.
So Josh Layton, I believe those are his first points for the Marty Braves. Cowboys once again have a loose ball on the full court press. And it's going to be off of the Cowboys, and it'll be back to the Marty Braves. 34-17, 4:40 left to play in the second quarter. Three-pointer now on the way from Zafir, no good. Rebounded by the Cowboys. Cowboys finally getting some breathing room from that full court press after the missed shot. Going to get a reach-in foul now on Benicio Zafir, who got a little bit too handsy outside the arc.
And now Colome's in the double bonus. That's also the third foul on Benicio Zephyr, so he's in a little bit of foul trouble here, the leading scorer, but I would not expect him to be subbed out here. I may be wrong, though. I've been wrong many times.
I keep hammering home the point of free throws and how important they are for the Colome Cowboys, but they have not been efficient from the charity stripe thus far. On another note, if Benicio Zafir gets into foul trouble, that is going to help out the Colome Cowboys massively.
Yeah, it just seems like Colome can't get out of their own way. Between turnovers and missed free throws right now, this could be a tie ball game.
As my dad would say, they are failing to execute. But they have an opportunity here, but the pass is tipped. It's last touched by number 5, Kaiser Ashes of the Marty Braves. So the Cowboys will get an inbound play. Chance to finally get something on the board here. They're down 34-17. 4:07 left in the first half. We'll get a big substitution here now. Not a big one, but
Colome has only scored 1 point this quarter. That was on a Muser free throw.
so definitely struggling on the offensive side. There's another shot that does not hit rim. Meanwhile, now Ashes in transition is fouled. He hits the deck. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 and try to open up this lead even more, nearing a 20-point lead. 3:59 left in the half. Ashes now at the free throw line. His first on the way. No good off the back iron. Got to start thinking, though, that if the Braves keep on getting to the line and start making these free throws, Cowboys are entering some scary territory.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you let Marty keep coming down and getting these transition points or these wide open shots, I mean, any team's in trouble when you give up wide open shots, but especially against this Marty squad.
So a trap in the corner on William Looking Cloud results in another turnover. Fighting for the ball now. A couple bodies hit the floor. That's Looking Cloud and Zafir. Benicio, that is. It looks like we're going to have some loose ball fouls. Looks like it's going to be on Benicio Zafir, his 4th. So that is going to put him pretty deep into foul trouble with just 3:45 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, so now he's got to come out.
He's in right now, but there is a sub at the scores table. And he's going to step off after this free throw. Or at least that sure is the way it looks. Free throw once again is no good.
I mean, Colome's made 3 free throws in this ball game. They've missed probably close to 10.
Not a good ratio. If we had live stats, we would have it for you, but unfortunately we do not. Just know the numbers do not look good at the moment for the Cowboys. Going to need to get something going, even on the defensive end here, as the Braves lead 35-17. They finally get a turnover there, so step in the right direction for the Cowboys. We'll see what they can make out of the offensive possession. Unfortunately, nothing but another turnover, as now it's the Braves pushing hard. Transition bucket not good. Controlled by the Cowboys. And now it's Looking Cloud pushing the floor. He's double-teamed at the top. Got to get rid of it. Does not. So a turnover for the Cowboys again. Braves now, 3-pointer on the way. No good. Offensive rebound, though. Second chance opportunity. And that'll be Joseph Leprath fouled. My apologies if that was out of view of the camera. We will get better at that.
It was, but I forgive you.
Thank you, Cole. I know you would, but I hope the viewers at home do. Free throws on the way here for Leprath. Off the back iron, no good. So the Braves lead 35-17. Exactly 3 minutes left in the first half. Joseph Leprath now. Second free throw on the way. This one also off the back iron. 2 Cowboys fighting for it. Finally controlled by Alec Thiemann. He'll bring it up into a double team. So the Cowboys now trying to set up an offensive possession. Once again, matching the pace of play of the Braves. No points on the possession. Score remains 35-17. And a pass down low from Zafir to Ashes is another 2 points for the Braves. Now the Cowboys trying to go quick, trying to get something going on the offensive end, but now Cole, we're just going to keep this one right here, this break. To me, it seems like if I'm the Cowboys, I want to counter the speed of the Marty Braves here. if the Braves are playing fast, they're playing fast defense, it seems like when I cross that half-court line, I want to settle down, control the possession, and play the basketball that we know how to play and not play into their speed.
Exactly, and that's 90% of what Marty's trying to do here is they always play fast in the offensive end, and so you, as a Colome Cowboy in this scenario, think, oh, I have to play that fast. I have to keep up with it. I have to keep pushing, or else we're going to fall behind. And what that forces these bad passes and these turnovers, and it forces these bad shots and all these misses. And so Colome right now playing right into Marty's hands is Marty plays fast because they want other teams to have to try and catch up to him and get all these turnovers and these fast break points. Cowboys
playing right to the Braves' strengths, as you just heard from Cole Larsh and I. 37-17, it's a 20-point game. Braves lead as we come out of the timeout. 2:29 left in the first half. Believe the Cowboys have only scored 1 point in the second quarter.
That would be correct.
Believe that was a stat given by Cole Larsh.
It was 21-16 at the end of the first quarter. Currently a 16-1 run here for the Marty Braves.
Trying to get one down low. Shot is no good from Alec Thiemann. Possession arrow will stay with the Cowboys as it was last touched by the Braves. Inbounding now is LaPrath. LaPrath, the lob pass to Thiemann. And one bucket is good, and the Cowboys have ended the streak. 2 points for Alec Thiemann. So the Cowboys cut it back to 18. See if they can make it 17 with this free throw on the way. Refs in some discussion out there.
I believe what they're saying is signal to count the basket.
Correct.
And then the foul.
He did make the basket. Guess continuation was the question. Cheerleaders making some beats over there during the free throw. Maybe it worked because it was no good. Braves now trying to go quick. On the left side, down on the block now. That's Lane Layton who handled it. And the Braves get another bucket quickly. Cowboys now running the floor, and that was Joseph LaPrath who lost the possession, and it hit off his feet and rolled out of bounds. Right call there by the refs. Braves will have it. Cowboys not showing full court press. But Trey Thiemann was uptight, and a long three-pointer is good for the Braves. And now Greg Zafir is playing the guitar as he crossed half court. Braves starting to get a little bit of an ego here as they lead 42-19. And you know how much easier basketball gets when you're comfortable and relaxed.
Oh, absolutely. And again, it's playing into their strengths. They get up, start all of a sudden making all these shots, and they get this big motivation and get all the hoorah from their crowd that usually travels well and they're usually loud. And this is exactly what Marty wants in this game.
Once you relax, the nerves leave, you begin to be able to play like you practice. You don't have to worry about the game nerves and anything of that sort. It's not the case here for the Cowboys as they trail 42-19. So the Braves going quick now. Once again, that is not Joseph. That is Julius Brugwire, who was fouled. So he'll go to the line shooting two. Brugwire trying to add to his 3 points right now. Thank you, Cole Larsh's stat sheet.
You're welcome. That was my stat sheet talking. That was terrible. I don't know. I shouldn't have done that.
Where's Heath to ridicule you when you need him? First free throw, no good from Brugwire.
He's probably sleeping right now, to be honest.
He probably is. Heath, if you're listening to us, we miss
He's
you.
not.
This is tougher.
He's not.
Second free throw on the way, no good from Brugwire. Ball rolls out of bounds, last touched by the Cowboys, so the Braves will get another chance to extend this lead. 1:20 left here in the first half. Quick three-pointer on the way, and that is good from Julius Brugwire, who was just at the line, so a big possession for him, opening up the lead 45-19 as we near 1 minute left in the half. Cowboys trying to work something down low, trying to get some high percentage shots. Quick defense, and a foul is called on Kaiser Ashes. He can't believe it, and neither can the rest of the Braves. It was a close one, Cole. I don't know if you saw it on the screen, but Give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I thought it was probably a foul. I mean, he looked like he had some ball, but he also looked like he was dragging the arm of Looking Cloud as well, so I thought that was the right call.
Looking Cloud has been unsuccessful from the free throw line tonight in terms of percentages.
You can replace Looking Cloud with Colome, and that can just be about the story of the game.
Absolutely. As he finally gets one to fall, 45-20 is the score right now. Braves ahead. Still trying to work quickly on offense. No signs of slowing down. So running into the double team is Zafir, Greg Zafir, that is. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Alonzo West. So that'll send the Colome Cowboy. This will be Jonah Muser to the free throw line.
14 fouls in this first half from Marty.
It's a lot of fouls.
That is correct.
They have made up for it, though, with the score.
That they have.
But you can imagine that this would be a much closer game if the Cowboys could take advantage of the free throws, but they're just not shooting the ball well from the charity stripe right now. But the first one is good from Jonah Muser. His second one on the way now, just off the mark. Rebound controlled by Brugwire, who pushes it now. On the far side, a three from Greg Zafir. That is good. And so the Braves continue to open up this lead. It's 48-21 now. They can foul as much as they want, shooting the ball like they are right now. Cowboys trapped on offense again. A long three from Eli Vober, no good. Rebounded by the Cowboys. 20 seconds left. They are still pushing the ball. So Greg Zafir will try and keep the hot hand and set up the offense here. He was taking that himself to the baseline. Vober gets a steal. Got to be careful going back court. He doesn't. Long pass. Now it's down low, and the layup is good by number 32, Jonah Muser. So the shot was after the shot clock, or the game clock, excuse me. That's going to do it for the first half. Braves lead at 48-23. That's the Marty Braves leading over the Colome Cowboys. It's the end of the first half, and we are going to take a couple-minute break here. For Cole Larsh, I'm Spencer Bewley. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the second half here on Live Ticket TV.
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30. Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Centerville High School, where we have the Great Plains Conference Classic here on Live Ticket TV. My name is Spencer Bewley, and I'm joined alongside Cole Larsch. We're bringing you the Marty Braves versus the Colome Cowboys, Game 5 out of our 6-game slate today. That started at about noon. Got off schedule there for a little bit, but we're back on now. The Braves lead 48-23 coming out of halftime. Leading scorer for the Braves is Benicio Zafir. He's got 14 points and 3 rebounds. Behind him is Greg Zafir with 9 points. As for the Cowboys, not a lot of offense there, especially in that second quarter. Leading scorer right now is Jonah Muser with 6, as we are back underway out of the half. So aggressive defense was a story of the first half, as the Braves really put the pressure on the Cowboys all throughout the half with the full court press and tight defense, as you saw there from Benicio Zafir. Now Zafir is in foul trouble. He's got 4 fouls as a near dunk there from the Braves. I believe that was Terrell Rave, who almost went for the slam but just lost control of it. So the Cowboys have it now, trying to get something going offensively. We mentioned how they were kind of playing into the speed of the Braves, and you can already tell out of this first half the Braves are still playing with that very relaxed and, not nervous feel at all. The stress levels are very low for them. I mean, we almost saw a near dunk there. Who knows how many times, Terrell Rave has dunked it. I don't follow the Marty Braves. Cole, I don't know if you do. Cole is actually getting fed right now. He's eaten lunch, which he has not eaten at all. So I ate after the third game, but Cole over here has just been putting in the work.
That is true. That is my lunch. I just realized that.
That's incredible.
It's about 7 p.m. That was my lunch, but
I have had 2 bags of pretzels, 2 protein bars, and a lunch from the concession stand, which was fantastic. Thank you, Centerville High School faculty and staff and volunteers who are running that.
I gotta say,
incredible lunch.
That pork sandwich was really good. And that bar that I just had, I might need the recipe to that thing.
Oh, man. Great times here on Live Ticket TV. Great Plains Conference Classic. 3-pointer on the way there. No good from Kaiser Ashes. The Braves lead at 50-23. We're just 1 minute into the second half. And as I was saying about the Colome Cowboys, unable to get a lot going offensively, but with Benicio Zafir in foul trouble, if he fouls out, we could see a change in some momentum. But not right now, as there's a corner three-pointer from Greg Zafir to extend the lead to 30, and we will now be on the running clock, I believe.
Yep, 30-point running clock rule. If the lead gets over 30, the clock will only stop now for timeouts or free throws. Or if Colome can get it back within 20, then it'll go back to normal clock rules.
A great find there as Caden Pacoda found a lane to cut into. Got the easy layup. A three-pointer no good from Greg Zafir, rebounded by the Braves. So it'll stay with them. Another second chance opportunity, which we saw quite a few times in that first half. Another area where the Cowboys could really, if you want to come back from 30 points, especially with the running clock, you're going to have to get some rebounds on the offensive end, but especially on the defensive end, as there is the second chance opportunity converted by Benicio Zafir for the Braves. 55-25, 32-point lead, 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Loose ball now, diving bodies. Love to see the continued hustle, though, from the Colome Cowboys, even down by, but down by 30 now. I mean, that's good to see the flying bodies and playing with heart.
Yeah, you and your lead, Math, I tell you what. I listened to you on Thursday. I just caught that comment. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him crap about that one.
Well, I mean, okay, I swore that it was a 32-point lead, but then I forgot that the basket was made, so I looked at the scoreboard and saw a 30-point lead, and I thought to myself, either that's wrong, or I'm not smart, or some of the above, or I just misremembered, which I misremembered. So 30-point lead. Braves lead 55-25. Pass down low now for the Cowboys. Unable to convert an offensive rebound there. 3-ball in the corner now. Second chance points are unable to be converted. But another rebound by the Cowboys. And it looks like we're going to get a stoppage of play here. A foul on, looks like that was on Julius Bruguier of the Marty Braves. So the two offensive rebounds pay off here for another chance at some points for the Cowboys. Floater now on the baseline. No good. Braves are pushing it. Benicio Zafir has his shot blocked by Eli Vober. Ball hanging around on the rim. Another offensive board. It looks like we're going to get a foul on the Cowboys. I believe it's going to be on number 20, Cash Heath. Cole, how are those lays? Pretty good?
Let me tell you, salt and vinegar chips in general are some of the best chips ever, but I don't know what Lay's does. These salt and vinegar chips are really good.
I think I'd have a tough time eating those with play-by-play, as I might turn into a prune. But nonetheless, a rebound fought for by the Cowboys. Gets it, but a turnover now for the Cowboys. Braves convert it into 2 more points. 57-25 is the lead. So anyways, for some further explanation on Cole Larsh's comments about my math, I call games for KAOR, the student-run radio at University of South Dakota in Vermilion. Got this job with Cole because Cole was in my class, one of my classes this last semester. So me and Cole are now best friends. But I call games for KAOR in the practicum, and I messed up some of my math. And I was poking fun at myself for it. And I guess Cole was listening. I didn't even know people listened to that. Mm-hmm. First free throw is good.
Well, I listened because I was doing the game that you ditched me for. That KAR.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I did. That's fair enough. Fair enough. Although you did tell me you handled them normally by yourself. So
that is true.
If you didn't tell me that, I would have not signed up. But it was my last opportunity to call for KAOR. I just started getting into play-by-play for them. So I did some color last year and then some color this year, but decided to push myself into the play-by-play category. And now here we are, as another pair of free throws are on the way from Joseph Laprath of the Colome Cowboys. It's now 57-28. Lead cut down to 29.
And one thing is, we just saw Laprath at the free throw line, excuse me, because there was an intentional foul called on the Marty Braves, so we got 2 uncontested free throws and then possession of the basketball.
Yes, part of my anecdote. That is what happened. 57-29 now. Braves lead it. They turn it over. Colome Cowboys starting to kind of get a little bit of basketball going here, but that one's poked away by Terrell Rave playing the Wolf there. And now Rave's going to get a shot, but it's going to be tipped. But it looks like we're going to have a foul on Eli Vober, who went for the block, did get a piece of the ball, but they call it a blocking foul, I believe. So that'll send Terrell Rave to the free throw line. Rave's first shot is no good. 3:17 left to play in the third quarter. Again, this is game 5 out of 6 of this Great Plains Conference Classic. The pregame show, we went through some of our scores from earlier today. We've had a couple of good games, but most of them have been pretty high scoring on one end and low scoring on the other. A couple blowouts. As the second free throw was good, Cowboys able to inbound it, get it across half court, and the foul is called, so we'll have an inbound on the far side now. Down 29 points, 58-29. Clock is still running. Game coming up after this is Trip Delmont Armour versus Freeman Academy Marion.
The thing about that game is, excuse me again, that'll be the conference championship game.
Correct.
So the conference championship plaque and trophy will be awarded to the winner of that ball game.
A bucket there from Joseph LaPrath. He's starting to have himself a better night. Some moves put on by Benicio Zafir. Almost hit the falling away three-pointer. That would have been an incredible play, as most of the Marty Braves fans are sitting on the far side from us, and they were making some noise after those moves. As this one is out of bounds, last touched by the Colome Cowboys. Braves will have it on the baseline. So our closest game today was Burke versus Alcester Hudson. Alcester Hudson won that 69-61. That was the longest game of the day as well, the one that put us slightly behind schedule as we had a lot of fouls in the fourth quarter, as we discussed. I think that was close to a 30-minute fourth quarter, probably, or 40, as it's now possession to the Colome Cowboys. With a lone man down court, a little bit of cherry-picking action, unable to convert the points. That was Cash Heath, unable to put it in. Benicio Zafir, a free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound by Alonzo West. His shot was blocked, but a foul in the process. I believe that foul is on Alec Thiemann, if I was watching correctly. If it wasn't, I apologize.
That is correct. Don't doubt yourself. You got it. I had my back turned and I even knew that.
Good. First free throw is good from Alonzo West.
The only reason I knew that is because I looked up at the scoreboard.
There you go. Smarter than I am. 59-31, Braves lead it over the Cowboys.
We all know that. Tell you, we're going to get off the rails here.
Yeah, I know.
We've been here a while.
Yes, we have. This is hour 8, I believe, of being in Centerville High School in our hole-in-the-wall production area. We've been bringing to you the Great Plains Conference Classic. And it's the Cowboys now with the possession. Seth Heath in the corner was trapped. It's a turnover for them. Marty Braves have it. They're going to slow up a little bit. I was wrong. A deep three launched by Greg Zafir. No good. The Zafirs are not afraid to shoot threes, nor are this Marty Braves team overall. The drive is no good. A good drive there by Taylor Rave, just unable to convert the floater. William Lookingcloud bringing it up now. Elbow jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, though, and that is taking advantage of a second chance opportunity by Jack Anderson, his first points of the night. Possession now with the Braves once again. Tried to pass it to a screen man, and we're going to get a blocking foul on, I think, Jack Anderson. Get the final correct. Jack Anderson with the blocking foul. That was Terrell Rave who tried to pass it to Josh Layton, but Josh Layton was coming up for a screen, so a little miscommunication, but it worked out almost like a little bounce pass to himself. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor, and we're going to go ahead and take one with them. This one will just be 30 seconds, but we'll be back on Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to Centerville High School. Thank you for joining us on Live Ticket TV for the Great Plains Conference Classic. Once again in Centerville, South Dakota. Right now the Marty Braves lead 60-33 over the Colome Cowboys. We have a running clock in play because the lead did eclipse 30 points. Shot no good there from the Braves. Cowboys trying to push as this third quarter comes to an end, and they will not get any points out of it. So we did just take a break, but we're going to take one more with them as this third quarter has come to an end. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter and some fun chats here with Cole Larsch. I am Spencer Bewley. We'll be back in just a minute on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Great Plains Conference Classic in Centerville, South Dakota, where we have the Marty Braves leading the Colome Cowboys 60-33 here on Live Ticket TV. Possession is with the Braves right now. They've been playing fast and aggressive the whole game, putting the Colome Cowboys in some tough spots. Corner three now on the way, no good. Rebounded by the Cowboys. It'll be Eli Vober bringing it up across the Tornado logo. Ball now in the corner, working inside is Alec Thiemann. On the wing now, Vober has it. Swings it over to Joseph Laprath, who picks up the dribble. Swings it back out, ball inside now. Thought about the elbow jumper, back in the corner. Little three-pointer fadeaway shot from Joseph Laprath is no good, and now the Braves trying to go quick once again in transition, as we've watched all night long. Elbow jumper is good from Alonzo West. So 62-33 is the score as we are 1 minute into the fourth quarter now with a running clock. Elbow jumper was attempted there by Alec Thiemann, but blocked with a foul. So Thiemann will go to the line. Once again, this is game 5 of 6. The Great Plains Conference Classic here in Centerville. First free throw on the way from Thiemann is good. 62-34 now. 6.5 remain. So we have some subs coming in for the Marty Braves. Thieman's second shot on the way. No good. Rebounded. Offensive rebound there by Eli Vober to give the Cowboys a second chance possession. Vober now has it up top. Trying to get it to LaPrath. He will not. Swings it inside. Elbow jumper is no good from Thiemann. And a long quarterback pass. Oh, Hail Mary pass way downtown to Julius Brugwire was unsuccessful. He was open on the poster out there, but ball was just a bit overthrown, and it looks like he stepped out of bounds trying to get it, was the call. Marty Braves don't agree. Ref's discussing right now. If we were playing football, that would have been a very good pass, and possession will stay with the Marty Braves. Looks like he may not have gone out of bounds. Cole, what do you have?
So what they're saying is the original call was when he threw it back behind him and hit the back of the backboard, and that's out of bounds. But the second ref came in and said he threw it, it hit the bottom of the backboard, and the bottom is not out of bounds.
Sounds good. Cole Larsh, the Mike Pereira of our Great Plains Conference Classic here.
I don't want my reputation ruined like that.
As the Braves...
I'll leave my opinions of him to myself, but...
as the Braves were able to get 2 points out of that.
You could probably guess just based on that comment.
I use good enough context clues to guess. 3-pointer on the way from Greg Zafir. Give him a few points. Cole, how many is that for him?
15.
15 points for Greg Zafir, as I am not taking stats, but Cole Larsh is. 3-pointer now is answered by Joseph LaPrath. Good for the Cowboys to stay in this game. It's still 67-37, but you love to see him still make shots and keep pushing it. Quickly, the bucket is answered by the Marty Braves by Julius Bergwire. So now the desperation threes are probably going to start to come out here from the Cowboys. But it is basketball, and anything can happen. But this Braves team, another long pass. This one almost completed. As that was Terrell Rave who just flung it like a discus down court, looking for Alonzo West.
You and your track references.
No, it was not Alonzo West. He was looking for Julius Brugwire, and yes, that is absolutely a track reference.
I know that. It's silly. It's not like I know nothing about track.
3-ball on the way, and that is put in by Joseph LaPrath. So some of the shots starting to drop now for the Colome Cowboys. It might be a bit too late, but you can't ever count anyone out in the game of basketball. But, man, the Marty Braves just keep on answering. 71-40 is the score currently, as another jumper is knocked down from the elbow, as they've had the hot hand all night. Pass inside is stolen.
Benicio Zephyr, 22 points.
We might have another scorer run off of our stat sheet. We'll have to wait and see. Wide open look from beyond the arc is missed from Joseph LaPrath. Could not hit 2 in a row there. But a turnover from the Marty Braves is... You can tell the vibes are high, you know, smiling after turnovers, and they're kind of just cruising through with this one as the clock continues to run. 3:10 left to play. 71-40 is the lead with the Marty Braves right now. Colome Cowboys still trying to work a few possessions. They're going to get a foul called there, and they will go to the line. But the clock will run for these free throws. It'll be Cash Heath at the line. Heath with just 4 points right now, trying to add to his tally. First shot is good. Give him 5 on the night.
Okay. Don't have to yell at me. Excuse me.
Shot is good. Cole, give him 6.
No.
All right. That's enough of that. Marty Braves now have it. 71-42 is their lead. 3-pointer now from the top of the key is off the mark. Rebounded by Eli Vober. He'll push it across, and we're about to see a fresh 5 from the Colome Cowboys as they will sub in the JV squad, as we typically call it here on Live Ticket TV. Right now, the Marty Braves are still working every possession that they have, still trying to play quick, not letting off the gas here. We're just outside of 2 minutes left to play. Another turnover, and the alley-oop is thrown. Not looking for a dunk there, but just the old alley-oop layup play that has some jazz to it. But now we got a corner three from Caden Pacoda, no good. And now a cherry-picking, another alley-oop attempt, and that one was not a layup attempt. That was an attempted alley-oop dunk.
Yeah.
As that was Terrell Rave coming in, who wanted the slam over Eli Vober. But it's answered by a quick three from Joseph LaPrath. And a whole new 5 will come on for the Colome Cowboys after this timeout. We're going to go ahead and take this one with them.
I don't think they're... Are they taking a timeout?
I believe...
I think they're just using it for subs.
Are
Maybe? Well, either way, we're going to keep it here. It's too late now.
We'll keep it here. We'll go ahead and keep it here. This game has been brought to you by Wilbur Ellis. Since the beginning, Wilbur Ellis has prided itself on looking forward. This relentless vision helped us grow into a multi-billion-dollar portfolio of 4 businesses focused on providing the essentials for the world to thrive. It's this tradition of always staying ahead that will carry us into the future. Learn more at wilburellis.com. 71-45. Under 2 minutes left to play in this ball game. Marty Braves lead at 71-45. So right now we have the whole new 5 out there for the Cowboys. Looks like we have Jack Anderson. Not necessarily a whole new 5, but not the starters, that is. Pace of play is a little too quick for me to rattle off all 5, but nonetheless, Marty Braves have it.
William Looking Cloud is in there. Trey Thiemann is in. Jack Anderson is in. That is Seth Heath. And I'm missing one. I apologize about that. I believe it's Jonah Muser is in there as well. Yep, that's Muser just put up the shot.
So some names we've called throughout this game, but as I was saying, not the starting 5. As we've seen William Looking Cloud this game for sure. Jack Anderson's been in there. Trey Thiemann has been in there. And we've now passed a minute.
And now, more subs. Layden Layton is in.
This is what I thought was at the scorers table before the timeout. This is the fresh set that I was looking for.
Layden Layton, Tayton Ringing Shield, Sully Shippey is in there. Aiden Mueller's in. And one of them stayed. I can't quite tell.
Trey Thiemann. Trey Thiemann stayed in.
Yep, there you go.
For the Colome Cowboys, as they're only going to see about 23 more seconds of playing time in this one. As the transition layup is no good, but it's rebounded by the Marty Braves, and they will most likely hold on to this one. But the second strings are going to play some hard defense for the Colome Cowboys, but it won't matter. A three-pointer, the icing on the cake, the nail in the coffin, whatever you choose to call it, from Amaziah Zephyr is going to definitely not be the last bucket, actually, as that last bucket was scored by number 10, Tayton Ringing Shield, for him to get 2 points in this game. But nonetheless, that's going to do it. The Marty Braves take down the Colome Cowboys 74-47 for our 5th game of the Great Plains Conference Classic. Cole, you've been the stats man. Give us the notable ones.
I'll try and give you mainly the leading scorers. For the Marty Braves, Benicio Zephyr finishes with 22, Greg Zephyr 15, Terrell Rave 11, Julius Bergier 10, and Alonzo West 9. For the Colome Cowboys, Joseph LaPrath finished with 20 points to lead the way for them. Now we're going to step aside, switch seats, if you will. I'll be play-by-play. Spencer Bewley will be color and production for the championship game in this Great Plains Conference Classic between Freeman Academy Marion and Tripp Delmont Armor. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have your pregame show for that game that's all on the way next here on Centerville Tornadoes Live and Live Ticket TV.